I was just reminded of the survival mechanism of repressing and bottling up emotions. I started reading the book A Man's Search for Purpose, A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. I'll get the title right. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's about his journey through the Holocaust, and it's pretty intense, but I think important to remember and see one, so we can have compassion and understanding and not repeat the same things, but also having a greater understanding for the generational trauma. He was describing the atrocious things that they had to walk through and experience, and how you really just start to become numb because of the things that you see at first. The horrible things that are happening to other people or happening to yourself, the starvation, the severe abuse, the ripping of everything of who you are, the bottling up of emotion and the suppression of emotion, the completely becoming numb becomes a way of survival. And the truth is, there are a lot of us who walk through that in different ways. Number one, maybe you had a family member who went through awful things and they learned to push their emotions down in order to survive. And then they in turn became parents, and then they taught that same thing to their kids. I know in some households where if you express emotion, you are beaten or emotionally abused because of what is going on, or perhaps you're having to endure some type of abuse, and speaking about it isn't going to get you anywhere but more abuse, or people aren't going to believe you, or they dismiss you. So after a while you just suppress it and shove it down because that's the only thing that you're able to do. So I want to have and hold sensitivity for that, and also hold the space for acknowledging, if you will, the benefit of that sometimes when you're going through something so awful that it's like calluses on a hand, where if you do the monkey bars so often, at first it hurts, but then after a while it doesn't hurt so bad. And I think that does start to happen, where you become numb because to feel the pain all the time isn't really helpful. So my hope is for you that you can transition in your life into something different, that you can start to have different relationships and get out of that space. Now, for this individual, Viktor Frankl, he wasn't able to get out of that situation when he was in a concentration camp. And I know for many of you growing up in households that were very abusive and weren't a situation that you could get out of, or maybe you're in a financial situation that you are financially bound by somebody, so you can't get out of this. But I want to just lend some light and hope to you that there is sunshine on the other side. And my hope is that by watching these things, you can find a way out, and knowing that when you can have space to feel your feelings, which seems almost like a luxury in a way, but when you're no longer under that repressed thing, that these emotions that are coming up that can cause all these kinds of problems, I'm just trying to give you a way out of it. Because once you can get to the place where you can start to feel and acknowledge what your feelings are, I know it's hard, but that's also the way out of some of this other stuff. I'm Elizabeth Capoletti. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and mental health expert. And if you need help on overcoming trauma and generational trauma, I'm here to help you. Subscribe, like this video.